guys, we're here live on the Elation podcast today at the NOLA MusiCon. We are doing a special episode here. We are at the Jazz and Heritage Center in the drum room, which is pretty crazy to me. I love this room. But we are here today to talk to Robin Kindrick. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
Yes, likewise.
Yes,
it's been a long time.
It's good to see. It has absolutely been too long.
Yep.
It's been too long. And I know you come and, into the scene here a lot in New Orleans. You're from down this way. Your family's here. But what do you enjoy about NOLA MusiCon?
Oh, man. First of all, I love Melissa and Kurt who put it together. I think that just kind of pulled me in from the beginning. I'm already a music girly. I've been doing music over 20 years, but they just make you feel so welcome. Just so open to, what can we talk about? What can we, I feel like just from the inception of it, it's very welcoming. It's not like this festival and it's over everybody's head. Yeah. And then
it's very New Orleans.
It's very, absolutely. So that, I would say for me, that would be it. Just the creators of it. And then once you get here, you get the information that you can't Google.
Right.
So that's what I like about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's tell people a little bit about yourself and what you do and what you've done in the industry and we'll go from there.
Okay. I'll fast track. So
I've
been in there for a while. Yeah, I've been there for a while. Started off as a songwriter. Currently, I have a company called Track Dat Sync and I do sync licensing. And that's been, going pretty good. I, things on Netflix. I have some things coming up. So there's that. And I started out actually with the songwriting. I worked with Gary Brown. He is a famous jazz musician from New Orleans. He worked at Bourbon in Toulouse for years. I kind of managed him for a while. We did a New Orleans festival in Europe. I did all kinds of things. So now I would say my passion is more of just being the inspiration specialist. I kind of evolved into that. Music was always my baseline, but writing is my baseline. So when I say to people, I'm a music girl, it's not just that I write songs, but I write where it can inspire other people. I write so that even if you are in the industry and you need help or you need guidance, if I have to write you something to inspire you, if I have to set up a situation where we come in and we talk and I help you kind of navigate your career, that's kind of like, where I landed.
Life coach.
Yeah. But yeah. I would say that, yeah. Yeah, I would say that,
With your Yankee hat, I'm going to call you coach.
I know. And sorry, I left my NO hat. It's a beautiful black hat like this, but it's a gold plate and it has New Orleans across the top. And I forgot it. I ran out to catch my flight. But this is the only one I had, so. But
it's so good. The Yankees are better than the Saints right now, anyway. So we'll be okay.
That's true.
We'll let this year go by.
Yeah. We'll do an excuse for them this year.
What would you say your most fun record that you've been a part of that's out right now?
I would say we recorded it at Elation, as a matter of fact.
All right.
No Cares.
Okay.
It's with Hassan. That's Hasizzle.
Yeah.
And V Script, and it was several other writers from the city. I think who else was on that? I think Tony was on that, and
was Kango on that one?
Oh, and that's another one. Yep. We did another one with Kango Slim. Yep. That we didn't drop it yet.
Okay.
So you have a bit of the tea because we did a bunch of stuff that we didn't drop yet.
Got you.
But all of the Afro Bounce was extremely fun records. Right. And we did all of that at Elation. So, but the one that dropped was No Cares. And the reason why that one was so fun was because within a few months, they called and asked us, Missy heard it, Missy Elliott. Right. And so she asked if we could perform it. Well, not performing it, but they could perform it at Essence.
Right, okay.
So that's my funnest record that's out right now.
Awesome.
I would say, yeah.
Awesome, great. Love the Elation plug. That was great.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna plug.
You know it. Marketing is in your mind.
Yeah, all the time.
So as far as this music conference, what do you think one of the better panels that you've been a part of so far for this year?
Well, I really enjoyed. It's not a shameless plug, I promise. But I really enjoyed the panel that I was on. That sounds so. It's not a selfish thing, y'all. It's not a self-centered thing. Please just hear me out. It was more about my colleagues on the panel than me, because I was moderating for the most part. But I enjoyed that we were able to bring to New Orleans a different vantage point about sync licensing. They do not know that this is a thing.
Right.
And then we had Dawn Richard there, her and her father, Mr. Frank, and they were asking great questions as well. And it was just about like video games and ads and commercials, TV, music, film, all of these things. And then just bringing the knowledge here and just explaining to them like, you know, what it's like. That was really exciting. I really loved that. And there was actually another smaller panel that I really enjoyed, and it was about radio. And I know that people may think radio is a bit archaic or it's like kind of going out of style, but I do think that it's just kind of, if you're a purist when it comes to music and you're like old school, you just get music like we do, whether we make it still or we see others. When you're a purist, you just kind of want to get back to the fan or the DJ, right? Or who do you connect with for it to remain organic?
Absolutely.
Even when it's not all of these streams, sometimes it's the person that they don't even have a computer, they don't even have a cell phone, but they rolled up on you as such and such, or they're in their car and they hear it on the radio.
Well,
I thought that was refreshing.
I feel like it's balanced itself out a little bit. Like I feel like, you know, radio dropped from, you know, from where it was at to the floor, and as far as listeners go, but as time has gone by and XM radio has become very similar to regular radio with the commercials and how it acts, and then you're paying for it on top of that. That all the subscription-based stuff has kind of gotten people a little salty. I feel like it's kind of balanced itself where they're kind of even now. Like the internet radio and streaming, you know, satellite radio and regular radio, all about the same in listening.
Yeah, I think so, and I also believe that because people are waking up about streaming. And just kind of getting the bigger picture about that. I think that they are kind of pulling back from that. Like you said, it was just more top heavy when people just started pushing radio down. Now it is more balanced.
And I do feel like people don't think about Sirius radio because, you know, a lot of labels use Sirius radio as their testing grounds. Because you can get a national campaign for Sirius for $25 grand.
Really?
Yeah. And because think about it, it's all satellite. There's no like real locations. Everything is satellite. So you know, once it fits in a genre, they'll spread it across 5-6 different stations and play it for a month. For $25 grand.
So see, this is viable information that I would give to, you know, an artist.
Now, don't hold me to that number because, you know, numbers go up.
No, it can, but I think it's more about it being more specific to a genre more than a cost of it.
Right.
Because you're trying to get to your people.
Right, 100%.
Right. So, I mean, I know people, they may pay $10K more or whatever because they know it'll hit the bullseye.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, but again, NOLA MusiCon. We're here. I would not have known that if I wasn't here.
Right, absolutely.
Another reason why I like it.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. Well, that's awesome. Well, you know, I know you know this scene very well down here. What do you think New Orleans is missing as far as the music industry?
This comes up a lot. So I wouldn't say infrastructure necessarily. I wouldn't say that because I do think that we are gradually building that. Maybe some other cities might need that a bit more. I think, you know, like Reed, if you know, you guys don't know who Reed is, look up Reed Wick from the Grammys. Reed has done a phenomenal job of bringing us together collectively, all genres, all, you know, shapes, sizes. He just gets everybody together.
Absolutely.
It's like a big hug, a big kumbaya, you know. So I think we have that in the bag, but how can I say it? You know, we're from here, right? And it's something about the 504. Matter of fact, we were talking about this with the verses. And I just told somebody this last night. They were saying like, okay, there's cash money. And this is to answer your question. There's cash money and there's no limit. And to me, I'm like, okay, it just depends on how I feel.
Right.
One thing we will have, no matter the label, is confidence. Through the roof.
Right.
It could just be the most ostentatious, ridiculous, don't make no sense. But we're going to make you like it and you're going to dance to it.
Right.
If I want to win a championship game at the Super Bowl, I'm turning on P.
Right.
You can't stop. Right? But if I want to be the cockiest person in the room, same level of confidence, right? But I just want to be nice and colorful with him, throwing on some Manny, some Juvie. I'm talking, you know, but you understand at its core and foundation is that ego, is that confidence.
Right.
I think that one of the biggest things that we need, because those are our examples and they're out there, but I mean for those of us who are still here and they're still trying to make it, I think it's tempering that confidence and having it, not crushing it,
Right.
not killing it, but being more open-minded. Understanding that we do not know everything.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not cold, baby. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But do you know what your pro is? Do you know what a performing rights organization is?
Right.
Do you know what sound exchange is? Do you know what MLC is?
Right.
And then just kind of adding more the music education part to it and just being more open-minded. I think if we can maybe fill in that gap more, I think that we could see a real nice, and I want to say resurgence, because for years we have been known for having epic talent.
Absolutely.
But I would say a resurgence of more of the newer talent, some of the unsung voices and heroes in music here that you just may see at a bar on Toulouse or something, right?
Right.
But yeah, I just think, not so much infrastructure. I think Reed and the Grammy team, I know we're typically based out of Memphis, but we do a lot here too.
Right.
I think that's great. But it's just being open and just having more music education so that they can go further, faster, versus just getting caught up in the ego and you can't tell me.
Well, I guess I acted like that until I got to LA.
Humble you quick, huh?
Real quick. You do what you did, and I even though I'm from here, I was living in West Palm at the time, so I built my little studio in West Palm and did some stuff there, and we were on the radio in West Palm, whatever that meant, and and did some stuff, and then decided a bunch of people that I knew were all moving to LA, and there was a big writing team that was moving out there, getting signed to BMG, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move out to LA, and you get there, and about 2 weeks later, you're just sitting there like, I know nothing.
The adrenaline just.
I know nothing, and but then that drive comes in. All right, well, it's time for me to learn, and pick yourself up, and that's where the confidence comes in. And
there you go.
And
that's it.
Don't walk in the room like you don't know nothing, but soak everything up like you do.
Yeah, it's that nice balance of confidence and humility.
Yeah.
That is, to me, and that seems like an intangible thing, so to speak.
Right.
But it is a mindset thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I try to articulate that as best as possible, especially when I do find someone who's talented.
Right.
Because what tends to happen a lot too is you're so cocky, your show is trash.
Right.
You are talented, but I can see that you're talented, but not everybody else thinking I'm just having people up here that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Because you're not humble. Like you gotta just balance it out, baby. You know what I mean? Like you gotta tweak some of this.
Well, also it takes a team.
Yeah. Now
team.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
It takes a team. Well, let's see. Gotta go back to my cards here. Because I've asked you a lot of the questions that I like to ask. So, well, what's your favorite music venue here?
Oh, my favorite music venue here? You know what? I actually like Republic, to be honest with you.
Oh, Republic's great.
I like Republic.
Yeah.
I think Republic is a vibe. I was kind of, last year for NOLA MusiCon, we had performances there. That's actually my preference, and it's probably because, first of all, I love the location.
Right.
I used to live like I could walk out my door and just walk there, so I was a little spoiled. So I could go there a lot more often.
Right.
But I like the stage setup. I just like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it. I like that the acts that I've seen there. I think the sound is good there. And it's jazzy too. It's a little, it's a little swanky, swaggy kind of, but it still has like that, like that gritty, bar but venue, feel to it.
Absolutely.
So I like it. It just has all of the elements for me.
Absolutely.
Yes, I would say.
The grit is a huge part of the venue for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you have to have that in there on some level.
Yeah, 100%. Especially down here. You walk into some of those clubs. I mean, they've been there forever. You walk into some of the stuff on Frenchman, and you're like, I know I'm going to hear some good music in here. I can
because of the floor splitting open, the walls falling
out, the piano's cracked.
Yep.
That's gonna sound amazing. And somehow it does. Maybe it's what they put in the drinks. But I feel like it's got to have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to be partial on this question, but we're going to ask it anyway.
I'm gonna try not to be.
What's your favorite local artist?
Ooh. Oh, favorite local artist. Ooh. Favorite local artist. Mia X.
Oh, good
Mia.
one. Love Mia.
I would say Mia, Mama Mia, baby.
Oh, man.
And then, and listen, I was talking about her last night. Let's go there for a second.
Okay.
I think that, first of all, she was the MVP of Versus to me.
Oh, 100%.
Her and Juvie. You know, if we had to go pound for pound, I'd say her and Juvie.
100%.
But I think just overall, and I'm sure they would all agree, Mia killed it.
Yeah.
But what I think, because I'm a NOLA girl, I grew up with Mia, and well, not personally, but just grew up listening to her music is what I meant. Knowing her backstory and even the things she's gone through recently, and just seeing how she showed up in the world, like it was 1995 with her fatigues on. Chef's kiss.
No, she's
and her
amazing.
brand. She's an author.
Yeah.
She's a chef. She has her own spices. It is like the ultimate NOLA girl.
Yep.
And then she can out-rap everybody.
Everybody. No, and being, I was on stage with them, and I heard as soon as she started rapping, the whole crowd went nuts. And I would say probably more for her than anybody else, other than maybe Back That Ass Up or a couple other songs. About It was good with P. Like there were a couple moments, but every time Mia hit the stage, it was nuts. Everybody loves Mia. She's great.
Yeah, she is my favorite, and again a close second would be Juvie.
Yeah.
So it's the same lineup, but
and two great people too. So great answers.
Yeah,
great answers. Well, being a real New Orleanian, what's your favorite thing to do here so that these people know what to do when they come down?
I actually wrote a book about that.
Oh,
yeah, let me show
good.
you. Look. So this is my NOLA coffee table book. It's a hardback, and I literally talk about excursions, favorite foods, quotes about New Orleans. There's even some places where you could put like photos in here. It's a really unique, cool book, and I talk about different things you can do. But I will say this: one of the things that I really love is city watching. So this is what I mean by that. So one of my favorite places is City Park. And there's like an art garden. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm sure you're familiar with the art garden, right? I absolutely love it because when you go there, you kind of don't even realize you are in New Orleans.
Right.
I would definitely always advise people to maybe take a peek in that. And again, sometimes with me, I don't really pick the obvious things because this is the thing. Tell me if you ever experienced this. People always, I want to go to Bourbon Street and French Quarter. I was like, baby, we don't go there. If we live it, we don't. That's not where we're going, baby. We're going to tell you to go somewhere else.
Right, 100%.
Right? Yeah, so it's like I won't give that typical answer, but the art garden at City Park is probably my favorite place to go. And then if you expand and you still just kind of walk around City Park, I like that you can get beignets, you can get food. It's kind of like something people don't really mention, and you can get the whole New Orleans experience.
Right, 100%.
And then the museum is phenomenal.
100%.
I have gone to like an Egyptian exhibit, something about like just that we just get all kind of things that come in. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I would probably say too is things like this conference is really cool. Jazz Fest is cool.
Right.
Again, I would just probably say if you are listening and you want to come to New Orleans for a spot where you can say, I have great pictures, great memory, City Park. But if you can plan out your trip, come during festival season.
Right.
Find some festivals.
Right.
Yeah.
Any of them are good.
Any of them.
Yep.
It could be fried chicken, gumbo, tomato. It don't matter.
Right,
I would go to any one of them. Strawberry Fest. I mean, we got a fest. Undo It Fest.
Yeah.
You got a fest for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Festival season's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And the food's always amazing, just like always.
All the time.
So definitely come for festival season for sure. What's your favorite music memory here?
Ooh, that's good. These are good questions. Favorite music memory here. It's actually a newer memory, if I'm honest with you.
Okay.
It's actually a 2025 memory.
Okay.
From the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw it, but the introduction was New Orleans centered. It was the Connects, and it was
when they were eating everything in the center there on Bourbon. The intro.
No, well, it started off like that, but then when it got into the dome,
right, and
it was just like an entire extravaganza. I think P was in there. It's like everybody was in there.
Yep.
That might have been. I don't know. I just got a little chill thinking about that because we were just so proud.
I agree.
Because to the point where we were like, this should have been a halftime show. I don't remember I do remember the halftime show. No offense to the halftime show, but
that
the intro to the Super Bowl with all the
best
New
part.
It was so
I
good.
said the same thing.
It was so good, huh?
I felt so good about how they introduced New Orleans.
They made us look
Emerald
amazing
back there, and they had it was a true moment that showcased the city properly. And at that point, I didn't care about the halftime show.
No, same.
Honestly, I was so happy about the way they did that. That was going to bring so much attention to the city, and I appreciated it a lot.
Yeah, I think that in conjunction with the what was the other thing we had just had that I don't know if it was like a terrorist attack.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
we just
and they honored everybody for that and all of that. It was
a good way to cleanse that.
Yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite. Yeah, that's probably my favorite memory now. It kind of moved up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Well, let's tell people where they can find your book when it comes out and your socials and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so I have a jazzy brand, Track Dat Sync, and then I'm Wired to Inspire. So I am WIREDTOINSPIRE.com. That's everything. You go on there, my link tree will pop up. If you want to know about sync, you can do that. If you want to get inspirational products and services like this book or journals or the Jazzy brand clothing. And if you just want inspiration, I'm also, I guess, I don't really care for the influencer word, I guess, but I do have a pretty poppin' TikTok and YouTube with a few people check me out, and I just do, I give inspiration.
Life coach.
Yeah, but he likes to say
I'm telling you, go life coach. Hey, I need one sometimes, so I'm going life coach.
Well, you know what? I'll say this, and I'm kind of saying, you can stop me, but I want to say this with even people just coming to follow my pages and stuff. I do have a unique gift that I've learned to hone over the years, and I've included music in it. But I do really genuinely know how to help people live authentically. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing else, if you're just looking for inspiration, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to follow me either. It's not even that serious. It's just go to it so you can just see what it looks like when somebody is really being themselves.
Right.
Because sometimes that's all the information you need and you can just go figure it out for yourself. Right. But I'm there for that too if you need it. But yeah, if you go to I'mWiredToInspire.com, you can check it out. Now, y'all stay tuned. I would like you to follow me for this vantage point, though. I am starting my podcast up again, and it'll be called The Inspiration Specialist. And that's my moniker. It's been there for about 10 years now. And I'll be having a really cool show kind of like this. You might see the same duo again.
There you go.
The interview on the other side.
The other side around.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
But yeah, I want to be able to do that. And then, just give people as many opportunities as I can to be inspired and musically.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, great. Well, it's blessed to know you, and
likewise.
Thank you for spending some time with us today. And I appreciate everything you do for the industry. And
thank you so much.
Let's just keep it moving, right?
Yeah,
let's make New Orleans get its cycle again. We got to catch that wave.
Yeah, and thank you for having a place for us too. I think that's something that should be said. And I'm a plugger. You know how I am.
No, absolutely.
Remember for the last, put that sign right, and what you see, it made a difference, right?
Absolutely.
Because I think that you can't. Whenever God gives you something, it's for you. So you should always be willing to welcome whatever anybody else has because it's not for you. It's for it's room for everybody is my point, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, but thank you for that because I think the thing that really stood out to us when we've all just moved around doing music in bigger cities, right? To come to a facility that was so next level, like I was in New York or I was in LA or Atlanta. I'm like, no, we got it. We can compete.
Right.
It's the only place with Adobe or whatever. You get everything new.
Yep.
So we don't have to leave the city to get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that too, because I think that it takes a village. And it's not just being creative, but you have to be able to have the place to house that creativity and compete.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that.
Absolutely. In boxing, you need the gym, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So, well, thank you for the plug. I appreciate that. Well, listen, guys, thanks for joining us today on the Elation Podcast in the Drum Room, and we will see you guys next time.